Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. So we have the celebration info for the Tournament of Power Android 17 and 18 Dokkan Fest, which is coming out tonight. Let's take a look at what we got here. So we're going to get lots of rewards. We have new Dragon Ball stories, EZAs. Yeah, there actually is a lot of, both Global and JP, the celebrations we're getting here actually do have a lot of content. The popular Dokkan Awakening support campaign is also being held. I believe that's the missions, which we can get extra Dokkan medals from. Yes, this is a very good thing. Again, I would encourage Dokkan to just add in like a new difficulty like to these Dokkan events that make it red zone level, and then just let us get like 50 medals at a time or something like that. That would be ideal, but this is good, right? A couple of missions to get extra Dokkan medals is not a bad thing. Okay, so let's go and take a look what we got here. So we got login and missions, typical stuff. We're gonna have the Dokkan Fest banner with the 17 and 18, as well as the what is their name? It's Zerloin, Rabanra, and Zarbuto. Yeah, these are some of the rare characters I didn't know their names. Because, I mean, these dudes, they really just kind of show up out of nowhere, and they're like, oh yeah, by the way, we're stronger than Ribrian. It's so goofy. Yeah, this unit is terrible, by the way. I mean, if we're just gonna, this is huge issue with Dokkan. Huge issue is we keep dropping Dokkan Fest characters. Now, 17 and 18, I don't know if they are quite gonna be a victim of this, because it's like they're kind of coming in on stacked categories anyway that needs Goku units, not really this. So like this character sucking doesn't really hurt 17 and 18, but you know, Frost sucking hurt Kale, Giro and Mew sucking hurt Super 17. I just really would prefer if, and STR Gohan sucking hurt Super Trunks badly as well. I would just really prefer if these banner units were made good. This is a summonable character, right? Like this, you have to summon for this character. So I just, I find this appalling that like they just make these characters this bad. Now, this is not something that's super brand new. I mean, these types of characters have been bad always, pretty much. You know, we have some real monsters we've gotten throughout the years, like STR Piccolo, STR Krillin this year, you know, Amond and Raisin, who are about to drop on Global. Like, we have had some crazy ones, but it's like, I really just hate new characters just sucking. In my experience with this game now for, you know, 7 years or whatever, people are most hyped. I mean, obviously people love like big blue fusions and stuff like that, but the way I've seen people excited for Captain Ginyu shows if Dokkan just makes an insanely busted character, people will love it. All right, so like this just needs to be better. Now these two, I mean, I think that they're good. I think that they're probably like top 5 Dokkan Fest TR level. Again, I would say they're probably not quite as good as they need to be. The thing with this character here is, despite what people want to think about, like these, you know, tough fights and the AoEs and stuff like that, this, like, LR Int Rose gets cooked by the AoEs, but like, it's like, you know, like, throw our hands up. Like, he's a yellow coin LR EZA. I feel like he's much better than I anticipated he was going to be, right? Like, okay, well, we know LR Goku Black Scan and EZA. I was not confident. And I'd say he turned out pretty good. This character, though, I'm not going to just be like, oh, no, they get cooked by the AoEs. Well, that's okay. The whole game does. I don't give a shit. This is a brand new Dokkan Fest. This unit should be laughing at the AoEs. I mean, I love a lot of the stuff we're doing here. This is really good, right? Like, we have all this support and Rainbow Orb changing and all this good stuff, but I do just think that those boys, Omega and Fusion Zamasu, are just going to throw out those AoEs, and it's going to do a lot of damage. I do think that this character right here is going to age well. I think, like, you know, if we get, like, a busted UI, we get, you know, EZA UI Gokus and stuff like that, this character will be super good. At the very least, this is a great sort of, like, design for, like, a character, right? Like, they actually, I feel like there are similarities for real to, like, Path to Power Kid Goku, who he was this time slot last year. The only difference is that we didn't have the AoE bastards at this point last year, right? But yeah, they definitely seem pretty good. I'm very excited to get them tonight, and we'll see how they're gonna look. We have the tournament participants category. Again, this is the first new category we've had in a little while, which is cool. We have the new Dokkan event against Tournament Power 17 and 18, which is fine. Here's the support campaign. Again, this is really good. Dokkan, please continue to do this. Just beat the Dokkan event, with certain, like, missions, certain conditions, and they give you extra Dokkan medals. I think that's, like, really awesome. We have a Stone Sale, okay. We have the guaranteed link level keys. That's fine. Elder Kai banner. So now we get, this is for just like a random celebration. This next couple of things is kind of surprising. So we get a new Dragon Ball story. This, of course, is going to be the 21st World Tournament. We're going to get new stages, or I guess differences, added to this story event right here and this story event right here. We're going to get free-to-play character awakenings, and then 2 of them are going to EZA right here. So we have a bunch of free-to-play characters. Honestly, a lot of them seem quite decent. I do wonder, I feel like this Android 18, I mean, considering the amount of support that's going to be flying around from 17 and 18, like, I could see this 18, she guards with a 17 on rotation, which the Dokkan Fest 17 and 18 are going to count as. So, I mean, if this 18 is able to get a lot of orbs, she could be interesting. I'm not really too sure, but I definitely am intrigued by her. So we have her. I think that this 17 just sucks, because whereas 18 is guarding, he's super effective against all types. I mean, that's not a free-to-play character being super effective against all types. Yeah, see ya. We have this guy. Remember that this unit right here, this is going to be the next stage of this right here. He's going to Dokkan Awaken into an LR. It looks as though he is going to be a Red Ribbon Army Saga LR. I'm thinking potentially a Goku, Krillin, and Bulma, or a Goku and Upa. I think one of those 2 things is what we are likely to see. Either is fine with me, I would say. But one of those 2 things. You can tell, because, right, he's not on, like, Goku Family or Pure Saiyan and stuff like that, right? So, that's probably what we're going to see, is, like, a Goku, Krillin, and Bulma. I mean, Bulma, Krillin, Upa all have all of these, right? Dragon Ball Seekers, Earthbred Fighters, Youth, and Dragon Ball Saga. Actually, well, would Upa be on Dragon Ball Seekers? He probably would, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't be Upa because of that. Maybe it's just going to be Goku, Krillin, and Bulma. I mean, I'd have no problem with that. I think that's fine. This guy is pretty mid, but I mean, I could see this LR being good once the LR actually comes. Kid Krillin here. This is the first Kid Krillin TUR we're getting in the game. It seems interesting. I mean, this guy's got a Scouter. Scouter is good. I didn't mention it, but these boys and girl, they have a Scouter as well. But you need Goku. And it's like tournament participant Goku's. We do have STR Blue Kaioken, but it's like, bro, like, we're going to be running this team. We're going to be running this team, and we're probably going to be running the UI Gokus again. Like, it's going to be, please, UI Goku dodge. This was we're going to be saying an awful lot. Yeah, so I think this Krillin is interesting, right? He's a support. He has a Scouter. He's not going to be, like, the super craziest ever, but they gave him some stuff. I mean, he's at least a little intriguing. Then we have Hellfighter 17. I think Hellfighter 17 is actually decent, because he's a dodge character, right? Like, that's it. These newer Dismal Future Red Zone fights, many characters aren't really able to tank hits very well. This guy could dodge. I made the point, but would this guy be the 3rd best GT Bosses character? Remember, it's just comedy. Like, like, this guy's not a GT Bosses for some reason, despite the fact that Hellfighter 17 is controlling Super 17. Like, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. It's actually so stupid. But GT Bosses, LR Carnival Omega, Baby, and then this guy. I mean, I guess these 2 are good. I mean, this unit is so mid though. I mean, they are not what they should be. That's for sure. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Okay. Then we have GT18. Now, GT18 is funny, but I think she's going to be terrible. because this is a unit she needs to be in slot 1, and she gets 36% damage. No way. LR full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku gets destroyed in slot 1. This is so I don't think that GT Android 18. You know, it's like if she had all this damage reduction and defense, and we could like maybe just like run her as like a floater. It's like okay, you know, maybe. But yeah, that's slot 1 free to play character like this. It's probably gonna be a little bit too much pressure for her. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna assume it's gonna be a little bit too much pressure for her though. All right, so we have all that. So we have a world tournament coming up, although it's in a different spot. Okay, it's gonna be a little bit down, sure. All right, we have Jiren. Jiren is the EZA right here. Jiren is the second oldest character right now who has not gotten an EZA. The oldest, of course, is still LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku. He is the only 2017 character that is not EZA'd. And then now, every 2018 character has EZA'd with this guy. So, 2018 is completely done. 2019 is not done, because I know at least Android 13 still needs the EZA. Is that it? Is it only Android 13 from 2019? That's so crazy. 2018 is done. Every premium character is EZA'd. And 2019 has only got like 1 or 2 left. And then we still have a character from 2017. That's so... It's actually... Now it's just funny. Like, it's actually just funny to me. Because I'm telling... Everyone as talking... I see so much discussion about this LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Guys, he's going to EZA... And then he's immediately going to get replaced by Dokkan Fest LR Dragon Fest Super Saiyan 3. Like, it's going to be so funny. Come on, it's going to happen. I mean, if they give us that same name linking update, right? But... So, Jiren getting an EZA here, I mean, I guess I would say is fine. Because of the fact that he is, you know, the old... I mean, he's the oldest Dokkan Fest that has not gotten an EZA. The problem here, though, is... I mean, I guess if he's good, we can run him with the 17 and 18 team. But, I mean, they're really looking for a Goku, specifically. And specifically, a Rep of Universe 7 Goku, right? So, I really would have preferred... I think STR UI would have been the A+++++ choice. As a potential slot 1 for 17 and 18. You know, Reps of Universe 7, Tournament of Power, Goku character who would have been fantastic. People on a Blue Cow can Goku Evolution Blue Vegeta. I do think there's a good chance that they could potentially be like a top 10 overall unit in the game when they EZA, because they're a Dokkan Fest LR. Dokkan has treated Dokkan Fest LR EZAs very kindly. But I don't know if they would exactly be what 17 and 18 need. Because 17 and 18 and Blue Cow can Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta would also be fighting over the orbs, by the way. So Jiren, I mean, this is what this guy's so old. Who knows? I couldn't even begin to describe what this guy might look like. I would love, I mean, if they just made him a defensive juggernaut. To me, like, Legendary Super Saiyan Broly and Jiren could fulfill the same role as characters who should be, like, immune to damage, right? Like, that's always been a comically stupid thing that people have laughed at in Dokkan, is that Broly in those movies is literally untouchable until it's time to end the movie, so he gets one shot. That's literally what happens with Broly. Broly is untouchable until, all right, it's the end of the movie now, time to just one shot him and end the movie. Like, so, like, why is Broly always a glass cannon in Dokkan? It doesn't make any sense. Jiren is kind of the same way. I mean, Jiren, if I'm designing his EZA, I keep his damage almost, you know, it could be identical. 2 million attack stats, I don't really give a shit. I'm giving this boy guard with 70% damage reduction. Bam. And I'm tossing his ass out there. There's your EZA. That's Jiren. We'll see. He should be strong in Super Battle Road. I would imagine that this is probably not going to change at all. Right? Like, that. I bet you this whole thing is just going to remain exactly the same. But, like, this, of course, is an ability that does nothing in the really tough fights. So, we'll see what's going to happen. I have no guesses on how good or bad this guy might be. Remember, Jiren is Realm of Gods. He probably shouldn't be on this category, but he is. Universe. Dude, could you imagine if they made any Universe 11 restrictions? Oh my god. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see with Jiren. I'm actually not the most excited for Jiren ever. Because it's just like, is he fulfilling a need? Like, we have so many characters where it's like, man, I sure wish they'd get buffs. Kale is a great example of a character who could be very good, but she needs help, right? Speaking of Kale, hit Sub-EZAs are coming. Now, this is a character that could potentially help Kale quite a bit. Boda Megetta. So, I mean, we take a look at this guard, and, you know, they're getting the defense for 6 turns, which is impressive. Maybe this character gets a little bit good after they eat Sub-EZA. I don't know. I mean, it's Sub-EZAs, absolutely, we just throw our hands up. Maybe they're good, maybe they're shit. Can't really predict. Frost. And the only thing with these characters, man, it's these guys. If any one of these 3 is just like, oh, surprisingly good, this helps Kale tremendously. Champa already is a Universe 6 support, which is nice. Again, like, if one of these 3 could just, like, I mean, maybe this is me asking for a lot, but I would like to be able to run one of these 3 against Fusion, Zamasu, and Omega. And that's what I'm looking for. If I could get one of those, because they gave us LR Kale and Caulifla, and they suck. So, Kale is basically unrunnable. Like, I'm going to do the top 10 list here, and, I mean, Kale might be at, like, 8 or something. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to have to really sit down and make serious changes after kind of, like, the reset that the Worldwide Celebration did. You know, characters like Super Trunks and Kale are tumbling. Character like Yamcha is skyrocketing up the list, right? So. Because Yamcha's good against Omega, too. Right? Like, Yamcha's good against Omega. Yamcha's good against Fusion Zamasu. Right? Like, whereas all these characters struggle against them. And why is this, guys? It's because Yamcha's a dodge character. Alright, anyway. Yeah, so, I mean, Frost, Boda Megetta, Champa. I'd love for one of the 3 to be good. I mean, listen, who knows what the Part 2 LR is going to be for this character, by the way. Knowing that this guy, like, these, you know, well, 17, 18, they need a Goku, you know, they're going to give us some random bullshit. Remember, they easily could, right? This time slot, a couple of years ago, was Angel Golden Frieza, and the Part 2 LR was LR Turles. So, I mean, we could, like, the LR right here could be, like, I don't know, like, what's something super random? Zarbon and Dodoria Part 2 LR or some shit, right? Like, just absolutely just, like, insanely random. We'll see, though. We'll see. Alright, so we have that. Scrolling down. So, looks like the 50th World Tournament here is introducing a new World Tournament LR, and it's going to be Pilaf in some fashion. I don't even... this is Pilaf... Is this Pilaf Machine when Pilaf isn't... I'll have to actually tell... I think this is Pilaf about to fight Kid Goku after the Fortune Teller Baba saga. I'll have to go back and double check, because he's holding the 1-star Dragon Ball. I think that's the end of the Red Ribbon Army saga, the Fortune Teller Baba, like, portion. This is where Goku Pilaf has the last Dragon Ball, and then after that, they revive Upa's father. I think that's what this is. It would make the most sense, because Pilaf Machine is a rare in Dokkan that exists. Pilaf as a World Tournament LR, I mean, I'll take it. It is kind of a shame that the only kind of, like, really extravagant Dragon Ball saga, like, characters we're getting are just, like, the free-to-play LRs from the World Tournament, but remember, Jackie Chun is quite good. Weak to the AoEs, but he's a really good character in non-AoE fights. So, I mean, I think that this Pilaf could easily be very good. This is the type of thing where this is a character... let me actually double check. The Pilaf Machine, what categories and stuff are they on? I don't even know. I mean, they would have to be on Dragon Ball Seekers, Dragon Ball Saga. Is it not called Pilaf Machine? Hold on. Alright, it's called Machine Pilaf. That's where I got mixed up. Okay. So, Dragon Ball Seekers, Dragon Ball Saga, and Terrifying Conquerors. Alright. Mechanical Menaces, Brutal Beatdown, Brainiacs, Thirst for Conquest. Hold on, he's Brutal Beatdown, Thirst for Conquest, huh? I mean, that's Thirst for Conquest. I don't think that this guy will get big bad bosses, but I mean, that's interesting. Okay. Maybe this will be a Terrifying Conqueror buff. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I'd be pretty. We need our villain buffs. I mean, if they drop World Tournament LR Pilaf and he's like the third best villain in the game or something, you will not hear me complaining. I will, fall to my knees and say thank you, Dokkan, for this gracious gift, and I'll start running him. Let's hope. And that comes to the end of it. Pretty good, though. I mean, we got a new World Tournament LR coming in. We have 6 free-to-play characters. We got Jiren EZA, hit Sub-EZAs. It's like there's actually like a lot here. Like, it's a stunning amount, I would say. Like, remember, this is, I would say, starting with this celebration for the next several months, this is kind of like Dokkan off-season or Dokkan quiet time, right? Like, October and November typically are not very hype. It's like maybe it's some cool stuff could show up, but this is not like, like we just ended the super fire season, which is like, Tanabata, Global Anniversary, Worldwide, like, trio. So, let me know what you guys think. We'll see how good these two will be when they come out tonight. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.